Canada is the second largest country by area in the world, and within its vast borders you'll find the melding of many different cultures. The Indigenous population of Canada has a rich and varied history that reveals itself in many parts of modern-day Canada. 20-year-old Alyssa's family has roots in the Indigenous community. Her father is First Nation and her mother Aboriginal. Alyssa is very proud of her heritage.
In Canada, there's the Aboriginal population, and within the Aboriginal population, there's three different and distinct groups. There's Inuit, Métis, and First Nation, specifically Inuit. And within the Inuit population, there's 4 different regions in Canada. We're specifically, me and my family are from Nunavut, and more specifically, we are from Grise Fiord, which is the highest community in Nunavut.
Nunavut is near the Arctic Circle. In June, it has 24 hours of daylight, and in December, it is dark around the clock. Alyssa just got back from a trip to see some of her family who still live in the region's capital, Iqaluit.
When I was up there not long ago, it was starting to get fully daylight. So it'd be about dark around 10 o'clock for about 5 hours, and then around 3 or 4, it started getting light.
The weather, too, is very different from the sunny warmth of Ottawa, where springtime brings out flowers and lots of walking for Alyssa. In Nunavut, winter is 9 months long.
Well, in Iqaluit, it was really cold. There was snow and everything still. It was about minus 15 Celsius, and compared to Ottawa, where it was plus 15 Celsius.
Despite the cold, Alyssa embraces her Inuit heritage. Her school, her work, even many of her hobbies all relate to the traditions and culture of her family. Last summer, Alyssa was an intern at a national organization that deals with Inuit issues called ITK. Now she works there helping with the issue of youth suicides among the Inuit population. It's more than a paycheck for Alyssa.
Well, it allows me to get to know my culture more. I'm able to know more about my traditions and where my background came from. I get to know the language more, the Inuit culture, and who I'm from, where my background is, and where my family is from.
Alyssa is also trying to learn more about her culture through classes at the University of Ottawa. Her major is political science, but the classes she really enjoys are for her minor.
I'm going into my 3rd year, and I'm taking Aboriginal Studies as a minor.
Alyssa grew up in Ottawa, far from her ancestral home near the Arctic Circle. Her family didn't speak Inuit while she was growing up, so she didn't learn to speak it fluently. It's something she regrets. It's also one of the reasons why she spends so much time here at the Inuit Child Care Center. Alyssa loves to come and help out in the preschool classroom where 3- and 4-year-olds hear Inuit stories, learn the language, and practice Inuit traditions.
Here at the Inuit Child Care Center, they learn a lot about the Inuit resources that they use. And the sealskin behind me is a great example for one that the Inuit population uses. The sealskin is used for many different things. It's really important for them. They use it for children's toys, the blubber for the fire. They use it, the skin, the fur, a lot for the clothing that they use because the weather is very cold in the Arctic.
Not everything Alyssa does relates to her Inuit background. She's a member of a soccer team, and weekly practices are a great way to run off some steam and hang out with her friends. You'll also find Alyssa challenging Inuit friends to some throat singing. Throat singing is a game where women chant or sing back and forth to a rhythm until one of them loses the rhythm or starts to laugh. Alyssa heads back to work where a feast is waiting for her. She and her co-workers have planned a potluck feast with many traditional Inuit foods. Alyssa prepared caribou and Arctic fish the night before. One delicacy is the raw narwhal skin. Alyssa is planning on going back to Nunavut for a few weeks this summer. She says she feels drawn to the area where her family is from, and she'll continue to learn and explore the Inuit traditions so one day she can pass them on to her children.